All right, so she's brood mating. I got her lights on for this video, so I won't leave them on very long. She does have a little water dish. She's got a big water feature. Don't judge on the way the cage looks. She's asleep till March as far as I'm concerned, even though she's in and out. I go to open this door, you may see a feeding response. Keep in mind this lizard has not ate since about November, and because she is sleeping still, and goes 3, 4, 5 days with sleeping, I keep the lights off. They need the heat to digest, so I still don't feed her. I do have intentions to breed her with my other blue male in the spring, so I need her to stay asleep for the most part. So, like I said, the cage is a little messy. You may see a feeding response. It's fine. She'll snap out of it as soon as she realizes what's going on. And here we go. Hey, girlie. Hey. Hey, girl. See the tongue flick? Just kind of walking around. Hey, girl. Approaching ground level always, and this is, she was born in
21, May of 21.
May of 21, so she's going on 2 years old. So I guess she's not quite an adult, but she is adult size. And just, she knows it's me. She settled down. She realizes I don't have food. You want to start being a little more explorative. Always close fist or fingers together, just in case. Cause see, that's a hey. It's a lot harder to bite your fist than it is a finger. But just give her the sense of security. Nobody's gonna hurt her. Said nothing's sacred. Touch her tail, her legs, her head. That was her shaking, saying no. But she'll come out. I'm not food. But no thrashing. Nice consistent tongue flick. She's just curious what's going on. It's the first time she's warmed up quite a bit, so normally she's right around 65 to 68 degrees this time of year. I don't have no food for you. Like I said, when you go pick them up, always from underneath. Support the butt just like you support the head. Kind of cradle her like a baby if you want. As long as she's supported. No tail whips, no nothing. Now she realizes, no, he's just petting me. It's not food time. Give her a second, she'll crawl up my back. Or maybe she just wants back in. But as you can tell, she's definitely not underweight. She may have lost a little bit of weight, but for not eating since November, she's still very, very healthy looking. And this is all just natural. They do this in the wild. And come back out? You want to come back out or you want to go back to bed? You guys have to remember. You go from the top, see how she backed down, like what's going on. Nice steady tongue movement. That's what you're looking for. That's her thinking, that's her using her brain. If you go from underneath, she doesn't back down. That's it. Nothing's sacred. if this was a normal time of the year where she's up and moving, she'd probably try to get down on the floor and walk around. Which she might still try to do anyway, but she's probably trying to find a spot to go back to bed. It's like, you don't have any food, I don't want anything to do with you. Got some moss in there. I need to clean your cage. I don't know how the hell you shed. You ain't been eating. But she's pretty gentle. Like I said, a little bit of feeding response because, again, she hasn't ate in about 2 months now. But typically I do have the lights off. I do have a ceramic heat emitter because her cage is right in front of a window and I don't want the temperature dropping below 68, 65. But that's all I do. It says she does have a large water feature over there that's completely covered in dirt. But she doesn't need it right now because she's not really soaking a whole lot, so I just put a little water dish in there for her. Another good trick is her cage is pretty bare. I leave it pretty bare for socialization purposes. Probably this year I'm gonna start decorating it, put some vines. They're very terrestrial lizards. They don't climb a whole lot, so hot spots for rocks. Just basically, I'm going to make it look pretty to me from going this point forward. But as you can see, she's happy. She's healthy. She may be a little grumpy at the moment, but always go from underneath. Pull the foot away, like what's going on. Tail. If that tongue's flicking, they're thinking. Pupil dilation is another trick too. But this is a Hurricane Blue, 100% het albino. And I got her when she was smaller than the guy that's up above her, which he's hiding. I've had her since she was about yay big. As she comes out, she rides around on my shoulder. She walks all over the floor. My kids mess with her a little bit. She's almost puppy dog tame. Not quite there yet, but almost. See how her reaction changes when you go from above. Ground level, you're either food or you're okay. When you go from above, there's hawks, large birds, a lot of natural predators to them come from a top, and that's what makes them a little nervous. But you bring it down to ground level with her, and she's probably going to try and bite me again. Or not. But just that long, slow, steady tongue flick. That's her thinking. And even if you don't get to pick them up, just this right here, this is all you got to do. Positive enforcement. Say, hey, I'm not going to hurt you. So you just touch everything, tail, her legs, her toes. Just to have that animal get to know you. And I will say, typically she does try to climb out the cage to climb up me. But again, she is supposed to be sleeping. My hand's in here. I'm not food. I'm not food. for those of you that don't brewmate them, I say if you want to breed them, you brewmate them. If they miss one, there's things out there that say they can't breed again, yada yada yada. I don't know how true that is to my experience. I haven't bred anything yet. This was my first Tegu. I got a male down there sleeping. He's in a tote. He's normally in an 8 foot by 4 foot by 4 foot grow tent. But when he went to bed, it was time to pack him up. He's got air holes. He's got some substrate in there. He hasn't ate since about October. Check on him every week, every other week. He's still fat, happy, and asleep. But no aggression. And I said she's got a little bit of a feeding response, but I would too after not eating for a couple months. Chin rubs. A bite does hurt. 100%. Don't get bit. Sometimes unavoidable, but you just take the necessary precautions. That tongue flicking motion, that's what you want to see. Pupil dilation, good indicator. But when that tongue's moving just like that, that's her thinking, going, what's going on? And that's about it for this video. I'm gonna see if I can't deal with the juvenile male that's up there.